Hi everyone, it's the Sage Goddess coming to you with a fun video today focused on the gems and crystals of healing. So many of you have asked me about the stones that I recommend for people who are healing, whether it's physical healing, emotional healing, healing the heart, healing from fear, relationship issues, trauma. A lot of my customers and clients come to me with some form or variation of post-traumatic stress disorder or anxiety. And so I'm going to show you all the stones today that I love to use. And I'm really going to recommend that you set up some sort of healing sacred space, some sort of place in your home where you have a candle. You can use one of our Sage Goddess candles or one of your own candles. Just a very simple space, a candle and 5 or 6 stones that you leave up all year long. And I do this for a couple of reasons. If somebody says to me, oh, can you pray for me? Can you send me good energy? I'll always tell them, absolutely. I'm going to light my prayer candle for you. And it's there, my healing candle or my prayer candle, and it's there with the healing stones, so it has all the good energy of those stones vibrating around it. You can also keep a little bowl of sage with a lighter next to it, so that when you go to pray or you go to focus and send healing energy or send Reiki to someone, because it can also be your Reiki space, that you always smudge and clear your own energy from your field before you send vibrations or energies to others. So I recommend having a whole healing space, and you could definitely use these stones that I'm going to talk to you about today to build a foundation of really nice crystal energy for your healing space. So let's begin. Now there are a few of these that are just workhorse stones to me. Stones that if you were to come into Sage Goddess right now, you'd find them on my personal healing altar space here because they're so powerful. We have a Reiki room here at Sage Goddess, and all of these stones are there because they really work. So the first one is Fuchsite, green muscovite, and it looks like this. It's very sparkly. I like sparkly stones, but it's very special. Fuchsite grows with kyanite. It also grows with ruby. So it grows with kyanite, the stone of balance, with ruby, the stone of passion, the life force. And that's very much what Fuchsite is. Fuchsite carries, holds, and develops, facilitates the life force energy within you, the prana or the chi, the mana in Hawaiian culture, or the shakti in Indian and Hindu culture. However you think of that divine life force that flows within you, Fuchsite is the stone that supports that. And so a lot of times I'll have customers and clients who come to me and are going through ongoing, physical treatments, whether it's radiation or chemotherapy for different kinds of cancers. And they ask me what stone I recommend. And I always tell them 2 stones. One is smoky quartz, because smoky quartz transmutes energies. And Fuchsite, because Fuchsite raises the life force. It raises the prana or the chi. And so when you're going through some of those treatments that really are debilitating, really drain your life force, it's important to restore that life force energy, and crystals can do that in a really nice, powerful way, but also a very subtle way, much more powerfully, I think, than harsh medications, which can have so many effects on your physical body. Now, if you're healing the heart, and whether that's cardiovascularly, like you're going through, actual physical heart conditions, or whether you're healing from a breakup or a traumatic relationship of any kind, Chrysoprase is the stone for you. Chrysoprase is the great heart healer. And it really does. It's such a soft and gentle and loving heart chakra stone, such a gentle vibration, and yet it does the work. So I give this to people, again, who are suffering either from physical heart ailments or those who are going through relationship challenges. If you're healing from fear, I have a lot of customers and clients, believe it or not, who are either retired military or military who've returned from serving abroad, who have some sort of mild or even severe post-traumatic stress disorder from their military service. I've had many people who've come to me as first responders who are either EMTs or law enforcement who are first responders in some very traumatic situations. Happens quite frequently. And they come to me asking what stones can they use to sort of heal from the trauma, heal from what they've seen. The other way that I use this stone, which is Sodalite, by the way, the other way that I use this stone is with children. It's got a very gentle vibration, but it banishes fear. It helps prevent nightmares. It just helps you feel more safe and secure. And so Sodalite is one of my very top, most favorite healing stones of all time. Sodalite looks a lot like lapis lazuli, doesn't it? And that's because it's actually the matrix stone that forms the basis of most lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli, of course, has the gold pyrite running through it. But beautiful Sodalite is stunning, when you find nice dark blue pieces, and that's what you want in your Sodalite. Now, if you are healing again from relationship issues and you're trying to release, as you heal. Let go of what isn't serving you. You know, if you've been in an environment where the energy is not good, or you have had to let go of a relationship and it's been very traumatic and difficult for you, bronzite is a very healing stone. It's a root chakra stone. Isn't it beautiful? Bronzite. Bronzite is a stone of the graceful release, but it also detoxifies the body because it allows the body to gracefully release whatever toxins or, bacteria, anything that's not serving your body and not serving your heart and mind is released through bronzite. So it's a very special stone. The other detoxifier, my friends, and you must have a piece of Tibetan quartz in your gem library, it's very important, is Tibetan quartz. Tibetan quartz is that white or clear quartz that you see that has black inside of it. I'll show you a couple different pieces. That's Tibetan. This is also Tibetan. You see all the black inclusion? They actually call it black quartz. It comes from Tibet, hence the name. And it's one of the master healer stones. You know, there are about 10 stones that are considered master healers. The ones I'm showing you, many of them are among that list. But Tibetan quartz is extremely healing. And it's healing not just for, colds and flus and passing things, but also for long-term and serious debilitating health conditions. I've had people have really miraculous stories of improvement in their health using Tibetan quartz, among other stones, in their healing treatments. So, these stones are never a replacement for traditional therapies. If you need medication for a disease or an ailment that you have, I always tell people, blend the best of East and West. That's my little mantra when it comes to healing. Blend the best of East and West. Use the stones, use Reiki, use acupuncture, use your herbal library, because I really do believe in the healing power of herbs. One of these days I'm going to get down to the business of teaching you about using herbs for healing, because I know all of that, I just don't have the time a lot of times to teach you. But use the best of East and West. Keep with your traditional therapies if you need them, but integrate the stones, integrate meditation, integrate acupuncture, integrate Reiki. I think you'll find just a beautiful balance there that nourishes you from the inside out. So hopefully you'll appreciate and benefit from that. A couple more stones to show you before we're done with our healing palette here. Physical healing. If you have muscle injuries, any kind of technical physical challenges. I also give this stone to athletes who come to me, they might need endurance for a race or for a marathon or a triathlon. Bloodstone is a very healing stone. It's a form of jasper. That's actually red jasper that you see in your bloodstone. So it's green jasper with red jasper mixed. But they call it bloodstone because it looks like blood. Helps with circulation, helps support muscle strength. Give it to a lot of people who are doing endurance conditioning. Again, athletes who are trying to build muscle mass, but do some, strength training and endurance conditioning for their athletic work. Very powerful stone. If your, shoulders ache sometimes, or if you sit too long at the computer, I like to take a piece of bloodstone and just put it at the back of my neck and then lift my neck up and support the stone there. And a lot of times if you have migraines, bloodstone can be very helpful too because it does promote circulation. So if your blood vessels are all dilated and it's giving you migraines, it helps to get the blood flowing too. If you are healing from addiction, I have your new best friend. Banded amethyst is such a beautiful stone. I love these pieces that we have here at Sage Goddess right now, but banded amethyst is really special because it's amethyst with smoky quartz. It's hard to see sometimes, but always within banded amethyst, one of those layers is a very fine layer. Do you see it right there? Of smoky quartz. So amethyst and smoky quartz grow together. Did you know? Amethyst is a form of quartz. So amethyst grows with smoky quartz, with citrine, and with clear quartz. And sometimes if you're lucky, you find them mixed together. It's really beautiful. If you find amethyst with citrine, that's called ametrine. So you do find these stones on the cusp together, on these margins together. But amethyst, especially banded amethyst, is the stone of recovery from addiction. So if you know anyone who's going through withdrawal of any kind, and that can be an addiction to a person, experience, or a substance, that's how I define withdrawal is the releasing of any of those things that's causing physical symptoms in the body, then this stone is very, very powerful for that. Now, the last stone, actually there's more stones I want to show you. I really love lepidolite. A lot of you know that. And lepidolite is myconized lithium. So lepidolite is the same lithium that you find when you take a pharmaceutical drug. lithium. I'm going to show you lithium quartz today instead of lepidolite, because a lot of times when I'm working with someone who's got extreme anxiety, I like to sort of pump up the volume of the lithium that I'm using with them. And that's what this is. The purple on the tip of that quartz point is lithium. Isn't that just magical? You know, our ancestors have used lithium for a long time in the form of lepidolite, because if you find natural lepidolite, it comes in these sheets, and if you rub it, it comes off on your skin. You can actually see the glittery purple mica on your fingertips after you work with lepidolite, and that is the mica of lithium. And it's very healing, very soothing, whether you work with lepidolite in its natural or tumbled form, or lithium quartz. You're working with lithium, which is a natural mood stabilizer, balances the chemicals in the brain, much like the prescription drug that you would take over the counter or given by your doctor, except you can't really overdose on lepidolite, which is nice. The last stone I'm going to show you is one of my all-time favorite stones. If you know me well, you know how much I love red jasper. It's not the sexiest stone in the mineral kingdom, but I will tell you, it's one of the first stones I gift to people because I love it so much. Red jasper is the warrior stone. It strengthens, it purifies, it supports the immune system. I have autoimmune conditions. I know a lot of you do as well, because a lot of empaths have autoimmune conditions. So red jasper is one of the stones that we look to support our immune function, to strengthen us, to nourish us, and to give us the stamina that we need to do our work in the world. It helps balance and open that root chakra so that we're pulling up all that energy from the roots of the earth into our body, and it nourishes our spirituality. You know, empaths, we spend so much time up here in the third eye and in the crown chakra doing our spiritual work that we really need to focus on the root chakra, grounding, connecting, rooting, finding safety, security, so that we have the stable, foundation upon which to build a really strong spiritual practice. So I love red jasper. You can find all these stones at the Sage Goddess Boutique. You can find them at www.thesagegoddess.etsy.com, or you can just go to Etsy and search Sage Goddess. You're going to find all kinds of goodies, these and hundreds of other stones. We have about 750 to 800 items in the shop at any one time. We are the largest metaphysical shop on Etsy, one of the largest in the world, in fact. So I thank you for your trust in us. We really do take great pride and pleasure in being of service to you and all of the metaphysical communities around the world. You can also head to sagegoddess.com. There you'll find my blog, which I think you would love, online courses that I teach about gems and healing and all the things we've been talking about today. And then I have 2 Facebook groups that you can join. One is called Gem Haven. So if you love learning about gemstones, that's a fun, free way to engage with me and our community and learn more and get sneak peeks about Sage Goddess items that are coming. And then the Full Moon Ritualist group on Facebook is another free community where we talk about lunar activity, full moons, new moons, setting intentions, and so forth. Bright blessings to you as you do your healing work in the world. Thank you for taking this time to be with me today. I wish you well. Take care, everybody.